It's time to review about everything you've just learned for your upcoming end-of-the-year exam on Friday. Yes, Rebecca.
May I use the bathroom real quick?
Yes, you may. But be quick though, because we have a lot to learn for the upcoming exam on Friday.
Thanks.
Oh God. I have a really bad stomachache from eating too much chips. I think I need to head to the bathroom before I crap on myself.
All right. The coast is clear. Now's the perfect time. All right. It's time to take on the action. I will change my voice to make it sound like Mrs. Ramirez's voice.
Ugh. Pulling my vocal cords really hurts so badly. But whatever. Now it's time to make a fake lockdown. Lockdown in session. Lockdown in session. We have a serial killer in this school who is getting ready to terrorize people and vandalize the lockers everywhere. Everyone get under your desks, lock your doors, close the blinds on the windows and don't let the killer see you or you will get terrorized. Oh no, I think I hear the killer coming into this school, and it's about to approach the hallways. Oh no, he's about to head inside the classroom and terrorize some students and vandalize the lockers.
Ha 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 ha. Wow. I can't believe that my plan actually worked. Now I must get back to class before the killer attacks me or I get caught by Mrs. Ramirez.
Rebecca, what are you doing outside in the halls when there is a lockdown in session? Come with me to my class, and you'll be safe.
Okay. Have you heard the announcement about a serial killer in this school, Kenward?
Yes, I have. It's gonna be pretty terrible if the killer comes towards any one of us and terrorizes us.
I agree. Hopefully this won't be too bad during the lockdown drill.
Me too.
Attention everyone. We found out that it wasn't Mrs. Ramirez who made that announcement. This was the false alarm, but the lockdown is still in session. Whoever pretended to sound like her made that false announcement stating that a serial killer was in this school from the surveillance footage will be in a whole lot of trouble. You, young lady, the one with blonde hair, purple sleeves with a yellow star, purple pants, and black shoes, come with me to Mrs. Ramirez's office.
Rebecca, I am very disappointed in you. Do you know why we called you down here?
Was it?
Don't answer that. I know everything. We saw you sneaking into my office while I was in the bathroom, pretended to sound like me over the intercom and made a fake lockdown stating that a serial killer is in this school when there aren't any serial killers in this school. You should know that we only do certain lockdown drills in case something bad happens, like someone breaking and entering the school or bringing an illegal weapon to school.
Aw man. I guess that pretty much sums it up.
Now thanks to you, some of the students are traumatized and got sent to the hospital after what we have heard in the announcement. And you will be paying a $1,000 fine worth of hospital bills and for the damages you have done to this school.
And allow me to point something out to you before you get your consequences handed out. Making fake lockdowns like this one just now violates a school policy and it counts against your school disciplinary record. Because of what you just did, I won't send you to jail for this, but if this ever happens again, you will be placed behind bars for 2 months.
Mr. Clark has an excellent point, Rebecca. Now, consequences will be handed out to you. 1. Normally I would suspend you for 3 days, but since tomorrow is the last day of school, you will be suspended for the rest of the school year. And 2, we expect that the $1,000 fine gets paid by next week, or you will be placed under custody. I already contacted your mother about this and she will be here to pick you up in a few minutes.
No. Please don't punish me for this. I'm so sorry. I'm terribly sorry for making this fake lockdown and for traumatizing several students. I only did this as a full prank.
So you should be Rebecca. You should have thought about it before doing all of this in the first place. This is a highly dangerous thing to do here at this school.
And I think you're going to be in a lot of trouble when your mom arrives, so get ready to hear some loud screaming when she comes to pick you up.
Oh dear. This will be a huge torture for me.
Come on, Rebecca, we're going home right now. You're in deep trouble when we get home.
I'm sorry for what I have done at school today, Mom.
Sorry will not cut it at all. Plus, words can't even begin to describe how furious and enraged I am with you right now. I can't believe that you had the full guts to sneak into your principal's office and make a fake lockdown stating that a serial killer is in the school when there aren't any killers inside. You could have gotten arrested for doing that type of heinous act, but luckily the resource officer didn't arrest you for that. Now because of that, we now have to pay a $1,000 fine by next week, or else you will be placed under custody. And we will be watching the news about this when we get home. Sit down and watch the news with me.
But I'm sorry.
Sit the heck down right now.
Fine.
Good afternoon, Vion City. We have some breaking news to give out to you all. We've been reported that a 17-year-old girl created a fake lockdown and traumatized several people at Vion High School.
We will now pass it over to Lana Henson so she can tell us more. Lana.
Thank you, Lucy. As of what was just reported, a student has made a fake lockdown thinking that there is a killer in the school, which traumatized several students and got them sent to the hospital. We will now hear from Carolina Ramirez, the building principal of VHS. So Carolina, could you tell us your story about what happened earlier?
Sure. So earlier today, I was eating my chips until I got a stomachache, so I went to the bathroom to pump out my stomachache. Then suddenly the intercom turned on with someone who sounds like me stating that a killer is in the school getting ready to terrorize people and vandalize the school lockers. And if I'm not mistaken, it must have been Rebecca Olm who started this mess. And Rebecca, if you're watching this, when you return back to school next year, you will have 3 hours of after-school detention for the first week of school as well as a 3-hour detention on the first Saturday of the new school year. I'm leaving right now.
Well, that was surely an unusual fake lockdown. Now let's interview with a special needs student's dad to see what he has to say about this incident.
Rebecca, you should be really ashamed of yourself for traumatizing my daughter Fern after what you've done at school. You will be paying $2,000 worth of my daughter's hospital bill, otherwise you will be sent to jail for the rest of your natural life. I hope you rot in hell one day, you ferocious maniac.
And lastly, let's interview with junior student Andrew Orozco. So Andrew, can you state your story about what happened?
Sure. So there was this girl that I know of called Rebecca who made a fake lockdown thinking that there is a killer in the school, and I felt really scared that the killer might terrorize me or my friends. She's far more trouble than Viley back in middle school.
So do you allow someone to do this sort of heinous act at your house?
Absolutely not. I will not have people do this heinous act at my house. And Rebecca, I'm coming for you. You're so gonna get what's coming.
Whoa, Andrew, relax. We'll get this sorted out. We'll get back to you after this commercial break.
We are currently experiencing some technical difficulties with the VNN News program. Please stand by. And Rebecca, you will be paying for the broken camera as well.
Rebecca, I'm so furious with you for what you've done at school today. Now we have to pay $3,000 worth of fines, 1 for the hospital bills and damages of the school, and 2 for Fern's hospital bill. That's it, young lady. You're grounded for a whole month. You will not be able to play with any of your electronics or even hang out with your friends until your grounding time is done. Now head upstairs to your room while I tell your father about what happened today when he gets home.
What?